Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week.
Everybody who was watching that submersible thing and making jokes like eat the rich, changes their tune now that we know what actually happened. Because 5 human beings were liquefied in an instant. It's drink the rich. Get it right.
That's pretty much going to set the tone for it. Welcome, everyone, to that time of the week, ladies and gentlemen, both and neither. That time of the week that we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I'm your often humble host, Eric Sizemore, joined by my beloved co-hosts, Andrew TD and Quiet Michael Labune. And we're going to do some very, very funny memes. But first, a patented, absolutely essential part of Facebook for the Blind, the Depressing news. That's right. We did it. So some of the big stories that were going on, Canadian wildfires are causing some of the worst air in the U.S. in cities like Chicago and Detroit. And I wish I could show it to you. I can see it out the window. It is that bad. It looks like a morning fog out the back window. It's gross. The air smells like burning plastic. It's no fun. Let's see here. Another top news. Oh, what we got? Somebody had a bunch of legal issues. Oh yeah, the House decided to censor Schiff. That was dumb, and all the Democrats went shame. That was kind of funny. Let's see here. Supreme Court ethics are still shite. Russia, Ukraine. That was weird. Some very weird stuff going on with Russia and Ukraine. And we'll get to that in a second here. Today's top news, the Supreme Court rejected the Trump-backed election law theory. That's very nice. That was the theory that said that basically states can just say whoever they wanted one. If you got the right people in place, it's all good. So that's pretty crazy. The chief of Wagner, the mercenary company that Russia is using to storm through Ukraine, basically mutinied and started to march on Moscow. And Lukashenko confirmed that Prigozhin has arrived in Belarus, and Putin has hailed the military for stopping civil war as it happened. So potential civil war, but instead Prigozhin landed in Belarus. So crisis averted, I guess. Freaking crazy. Ben Collins summed it up best, said, best parallel I can think of is if we tried to invade Canada because we thought Vancouver was basically ours. The entire U.S. military got tied up in the forest, and then Blackwater turned on us, started heading towards D.C. overnight, except Blackwater was financed by Rachel Ray.
Oh, God.
So much better. Kevin Cruz says, it was the fuck aroundest of times. It was the find outest of times. We meant to chat about this in the past since we got a resident chaplain in the house. AP News reported, can a chatbot preach a good sermon? Hundreds attend a church service generated by ChatGPT to find out. Michael, Reverend Michael, any comments, any thoughts?
Yeah, so I read this article the day that it came out, and want to let you know that the answer is it's better than a lot of sermons I've heard.
Yep, that was pretty much the consensus. So, I told the artificial intelligence, we're at a church congress, you are a preacher. What would a church service look like? You end up with a pretty solid church service.
That liturgy was tight. The liturgy was tight. I'll
All right, nice. Great. I'm sure your job's safe and secure. Moving on. This is just a headline. I just want to point this out. New York Post, which is trash. It's a tabloid. That's what the font is supposed to remind you of. Running these types of stories all the time. Banner headline says, Millennials and Gen Z unleash on work habits of baby boomers. Power hungry and can't Google. Which, couple things. First off, it's true. Second off, I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but I said to my parents, I said, when you watch the news, like, you know, how do you double check what they say? And I was like, do you have a phone with you? Do you Google? My dad goes, why would we do that? And I said, because we're Americans and none of us trust the media. That's kind of the only thing we agree on. Anyway, but I want to flag that these stories have been going on forever. There are all these things that are trying to get like younger people angry at older people who collect Social Security, and they've been doing it. They've been pouring millions of dollars into divide and conquer. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to hate grandma. I don't care. I'm not going to hate grandma, New York Post, just so you know. Friend of the show, Denatra Bound, reminds us with this post from Tristan Snell that felony counts against ex-presidents, Washington, 0, Adams, 0, Jefferson, 0, Madison, 0. Long list here, and at the end is Trump, 71. 71 felony counts. And this is not inclusive because we've got new stuff now. There are audio recordings that have showed up on it, man. And also, it looks like there are major implications with the fake electors. They had the president on the phone, Eric Trump, Mark Meadows, Mayor Giuliani, and the Department of Justice has offered immunity to one of the fake electors to roll on all these guys. So they were definitely on the phone going, hey, help us do a coup. So now we'll see if the Department of Justice is real. Friend of the show, Rudy, wanted to post this in remembrance of Sheldon Harnick, the lyricist who made Jewish Longing universal in Fiddler on the Roof, has died at 99. So all of you who are experiencing Jewish longing, and man, I don't know about you, but I certainly have heard the song in my head a number of times. If I were a rich man, da, 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 da. I swear I hear it all the time. And apparently that's from this guy. So thank you. One of the big details on the sub is that the stepson of the Titanic billionaire defended his attending a Blink 182 concert during the search and said, my family would want me to be here. He actually put out there, and Rational National put the tweet up, it might be distasteful being here, but my family would want me to be at the Blink 182 show as it's my favorite band and music helps me in difficult times. This boy got roasted.
Okay, but I don't disagree with this kid. I don't disagree with the kid for going. I disagree with him for posting it.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I don't disagree with him for going.
This is one of the craziest things. This guy's dad is in a submarine that the world is looking for. You have an infinite mountain of sympathy. And this guy skied down that mountain faster than anyone in the history of the internet. Because pretty much, like, it turned out that he had an arrest record for stalking and harassing female DJs. Lots of female DJs in the LA area posting things going, this guy's creeped me out. Watch for him at your shows. Like, he got turned on by Cardi B, and he responded to another person with the N-word and went to 0 points, 0 sympathy points, literally. And like, I don't know how fast that happened. I'm just betting that was the fastest descent.
We got sexual harassment. We got racism. We got this fucking guy's got it all. Holy shit.
Yeah. So absolutely incredible. Well, to pull us out of the BS, we always have to go with the cute animal stories. And I tell you what, this week has been insane. I had so many cute animal stories. I couldn't even, it's too many. It's too many. Researchers taught an African gray parrots to buy food using tokens, then paired them up, giving one parrot 10 tokens and the other 0. Without being rewarded, parrots would give some tokens to their broke partners so that everyone could eat. Animals, man. Animals.
Fucking libs.
Orcas have been spotted swimming with dolphins off of Cape Cod. It's actually gotten even stranger. There's been all kinds of interspecies merging, prompting Fort Wayne Crime Aaron to post, the orcas are organizing internationally across species now. WHDH has reported researchers spot a rare sight, orcas in New England waters, along with dozens of other whales and dolphins. International organizing, follow the Orca way. Orcas 2024. Orca party. Fuck them yachts. And friend of the show, Jeff St. Clair, has pointed out whale watchers spot a deer swimming alongside an orca near San Juan Island. Look closely in the image there. The deer have joined the orca. The seventh seal has been broken. The apocalypse, along with dozens of other whales and dolphins. The apocalypse is now. The animals are turning, but it is going to be adorable. And that is the news from Facebook for the Blind for June 27, 2023. Now on to my beautiful co-host, Andrew Teedy, with a lot of funny memes. Unless you're waving at me, MLB.
I'm ready.
You're ready? Oh, then no.
I'm
Back
ready.
to my, yes, go. Michael Labune with funny memes and a nice long round one.
All right, kicking off round one. Starting with Massive at M4Stiff. Says TikTok psychiatry has people saying shit like, not me hyperfixating on cooking this pasta. Motherfucker, you focus. That's called you focused on a task. Oh, man. This is just a picture of a guy with a bunch of money, and it says therapist after inventing childhood.
That's so fucking true.
Nice.
Oh, here's a picture of a lady on one of those lift chairs that people have installed to go up and down the stairs, like the old man from the movie Up. And she's just sitting there smiling, and it's captioned, "This shit drives me up the fucking wall."
That is some dad quality jokes there.
Oh, this is from the Reddit subreddit Weird. It's a picture of a humpback whale in a rainforest. And it says a humpback whale was found dead in Amazon rainforest. And the first comment says, "This doesn't surprise me. The Amazon rainforest is no place for a whale to survive." I only have two more for this round. Wait, is that right? No, I have way more than that. I have four more. It says no one. Me laying in bed. And it's 4 panels of like a animated Barbie laying in bed. And in each panel, she's sleeping, then she's sleeping, then she's still sleeping. And on the final one, she opens her eyes and it's, "I'm having a fucking panic attack." Nice. All right, 3 more. Ethan Winter's death scream at UWE Bollocks says, "I think white people don't like spicy food thing." Oh, I'm sorry. I think the quote unquote white people don't like spicy food thing mostly applies to middle to upper class whites, because every redneck I know buys hot sauces with names like asshole prolapser and shit liquefier every time they go to Ace Hardware. I just want to say so much discourse around what white people do and what white people don't do is really centered around middle to upper class whites.
Yeah.
That's just very true. Yeah. 2 more. This is the famous internet guy and the older guy who kind of looks like David the Gnome. He's looking at his computer and it says, and he's drinking a cup of coffee. It says, "I'm done being an expert in submersibles. This weekend, I'm a Russian military coup specialist." And finally, for round 1, I have Midwest versus everybody at Midwestern_Ope. It's a picture of a bunch of people in lawn chairs in a garage. And it says, "A large Midwest party will utilize the entire home, the backyard, the kitchen, and most importantly, the garage."
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that is a quality part.
100% can confirm.
Yeah.
I can taste the cold macaroni salad. Mm.
And I can taste the PBR.
Bring it.
Mm.
All
I
right,
can't taste
T.
the PBR going down, but I can taste the PBR coming back up.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I can smell that. Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, flashbacks. Flashbacks. Childhood. Kindergarten graduation. All right. Everybody, it is time for TD's often imitated, never duplicated, short round 1. And I got a theme for my short round 1 tonight because there was this little story. You may have heard about it. Friend of the show, friend of the universe, Jason Jester, it just starts off with a repost from Micah Fox saying, "It's hard to believe that after Jared, a sub could have even worse PR." Oh yeah, Jared, we ain't forgot about you, buddy. Yeah, Moving on, we're going to continue talking about this sub shit. Friend of the show, once again, Jason Jester, posts a picture. He just says, "Where are my billionaires?" And it's a picture of a cardboard rocket ship. And it says, "I have built a craft to explore the inside of active volcanoes. Tickets are $250,000 each."
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's you can see duct tape. All right, friend of the show, Matthew Thomas, how you doing, bud? Repost from Anna Funami and Mickey Mickerson. It just says, "We have plenty of air up here. Surely some will trickle down."
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah, you billionaire bastards.
That's good. Like it.
yeah, that's like a great joke, especially because it brings Reagan into this thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Jeremy Hadley, I have no idea who you are. Post picture of the classic red button, blue button, and finger pointing at it meme. Says, "Use $250,000 to become a Titanic ghost piloted by a PS3 controller." Or the blue button, "Use $250,000 to help humanity in a meaningful way." And it shows a picture of Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, just maniacally laughing and going for the red button. It says 5 men.
I want to point out those men could have pushed that blue button so many fucking times.
They could have pushed
still
it once,
had time
Yeah.
and money to push the red
they
button.
could have pushed
Like,
that thing once a day.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, have your morning coffee, blue button. Morning coffee, blue button every morning. All right, moving on.
Boom.
Friend of the show, Juice Incredible, post a picture here that says 5 people with a combined net worth of 1.4 billion get lost at the bottom of the ocean. And then it's a picture of Loki from the show Loki. It says people that have $1.40 left in their account after paying their rent. And Loki going, very sad. Anyway, yeah, I mean,
Nice.
Jason Jester, once again, friend of the show. I love you, big guy. It's a picture of a couch at the bottom of the ocean. And on the couch is the shitty submarine that sank. And behind it is 6 big old orcas. If you know your meme lore, you know what this is referencing. I will be taking no questions at this time.
I do not know my meme lore. I will ask you after the show.
I do.
No, you know what? I'll do it. It's a reference to a picture that you might find on the hub. And it's a very skinny little blonde white lady.
That's
and
enough.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah.
There's a hole in the submarine. Moving on.
Quickly.
Yeah, very quickly. Hey, that's on me. I'll take the blame. Chris Tetris Dixon post a picture. It's the classic disheveled Lois from Family Guy staring at a bottle of pills, and the pills are labeled Titanic tour disaster memes, and Lois is labeled me. I took so much joy in I'm glad that I have like 20 more of these memes that I didn't use. Because, it was so much joy looking at these. I wish I was lying, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Moving on. You know what? No shame. I don't care. I do not regret. Friend of the show and my coworker, Chandler Smith, repost from Darvel Hayes. He says, "If y'all want to see the Titanic so bad, just get you a Roku, baby. Because if you have a Roku TV or a Fire Stick or anything like that, the screensaver is just this scrolling thing of like famous movie references, and one of these references is the Titanic sinking. Now, what this picture doesn't show, if it scrolls of just like a few more seconds, there's a submarine that comes up next.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, probably referencing like Das Boot or Hunt for Red October, but in this context, it's so much funnier.
Nice.
All right, moving on. Friend of the show, Chelsea Crookshank. How you doing, Chelsea? Hi.
Hey.
Repos from Millennials Are Not Children. And this is the perfect meme for all this. It's Bill Hader doing his Stefan character from Saturday Night Live. One of the funniest characters I've ever seen on TV.
He's my favorite.
Agreed.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a bad imitation, and I apologize, but I can't not read it in this voice. Yes, the smelling and the covering. Yes, this sub story has everything: billionaires, Logitech controllers, a stepson scene, Blink 182, conversations about what is funny and what it isn't, rescue missions, the Titanic, Orcas. That meme sums up the last week of your news and internet.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on. All right, moving on. Good Lord, I love the internet sometimes.
I broke something. Last one, right? Here we
go. Yeah, this is the last one. For the show, Jason Jester once again post a picture of BBC saying banging sounds heard during search for missing Titanic sub on Tuesday, U.S. media report. Well, Jason has a kind of an explanation for it here. It's a picture of a bunch of orcas with pots and pans and wooden spoons and shit going bang, bang, water safe, send more billionaires, bang, bang, bang.
Bloop, bloop. Nice.
Okay, I thought that was fun. Hey, anyway, that's my world famous, often imitated, never duplicated short round one. Over to you, Sizemore.
Excellent. Wish I'd figured out a better combination of buttons to make this fast and smooth and like I'm awesome. Hey, so this is I gotta stop this and start it again. Boop, boop, boop. Hi, how you doing? Hey, welcome to new in the crowd. Hello, welcome. All right, well, now we're into the part of ostensibly the third round. No,
we're not. We're in the first round. We're in round one, part
You're saying,
3.
Talking about me being from Indiana can't count. You just went from 0 to 3.
What did I tell you about being dyslexic, but with math and counting? Jesus.
But you're a librarian. You're supposed to be smarter than us.
Look, I learned most of the alphabet, all right? And that's what I need. But counting,
you guys were Google before Google. You do know that, right?
Okay.
Yeah. You're thinking I'm an abacus.
I feel lost in this show. I feel like I'm never getting out.
No, you're not. Okay, ostensibly the wholesome round, which means a bunch of dumb jokes, like Star Wars fans passing along this General Sea Monster guy. He says, "Hey, is that a burrito?" He says, "That's a wrap." All right, that was dumb. Don't care. Friend of the show and co-founder George Cruikshank reposts Ghostbuster fans worldwide, and it's one of these signs on the highway that's lit up, and it says, "Who are you gonna call?" No one. You're driving. This is the Leonardo DiCaprio having a drink and giving somebody the side eye with like psychedelic colory swirls behind him, and it says plants producing hallucinogen chemicals to defend themselves. Humans. I thought it was pretty good. This one is the Archbishop of Banterbury saying, "What a guy, man." And he's reposted James Vaughn, who says, "By some distance, the best park bench memorial I've ever encountered." And it says, "In loving memory of Hugh Davies, used to sit here and shout 'fuck off' at the seagulls." Friend of the show, Michael says, "A life worth remembering." Friend of the show, Jason Croft, has posted from the Tasty Treat in East Peoria and says that I will stop at any spot that looks like a boob. And a lot of people really resonated with that. Just thought I'd pass that along. This is from the Journal of Scientific Shitposting, and if you're not following the Journal of Scientific Shitposting, where are you getting your scientific shitposting? Jacinta Gomes comes up with new scientific terminology. She says, "I do not grasp the concept of moderation," and it's like labeled onto a bumblebee covered in pollen. And it says, "Look at this flower cum slut."
Oh.
Laughing my fucking ass off. "Do not call it that. LOL. Pollination, my ass. We all know they're just bukkake bugs."
Oh.
Now, remember, when I said this was a wholesome round, I did preface that with ostensibly. Friend of the show, Chelsea Cruikshank. Isn't that fun seeing her name written that way? It's Chelsea Cruikshank now.
Oh, the Renner. Wait, the
Yeah.
Cruikshank, formerly known as Renner, or whatever.
The Cruikshank, formerly known as Renner. My favorite, Chels Bells, is what I always like to call her. Chels Bells. She has she's posted from Sarcaholics 5, who has posted Juju, who's saying being a girl must be so easy. Watch TikTok, crash a car, text 7 dudes, eat sushi, and lie. Juju, who hurt you?
That's very sweet. Damn, dog.
This is a 6-panel where we've got the old man. What was that video game called again? Lara Croft, Tomb Raider. And Jason Jesters posted the power of weed, because we see on the one side Lara Croft, and on the other side we see Elon Musk smoking that big blunt badly on Joe Rogan's show, showing the world that he definitely does not smoke blunts. But looking at Lara Croft's chest in that CGI from back in the zoomed in on that CGI, and then his truck, which looks, I don't know, you know what? I really think this went out. Anyway, this is one is from Mexico, from my friend Kate to my friend Jason. Mexico posts, I hope this email doesn't find you. I hope you've escaped, that you're free. and we just see Jason has replied with Seth Meyers just waving his hands and going, go, you're free, get out of here, run now. I feel it, tell you what. Hey, did you guys know that like Taco Bell has an official like Twitter feed, and people like tweet direct, they just tweet directly at Taco Bell.
Twitter's so much more fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in a lot of ways. Anyway, I saw this tweeted at Taco Bell. It's the double steak grande quesadilla. And the post that it was contained in was, bring them back, you cowards.
Yes.
I don't know. I felt it. I thought it was pretty good. Speaking of Taco Bell, my favorite restaurant to make fun of, I think. Yeah, what the hell? Mike Hudson posts Surf Ghost at Mouth Eaters, and it says, me, is the natural state of the soul quiet or chaos? Taco Bell cashier, look, buddy, it's transient, shifting like water.
But like let the record show, I'm actually eating Taco Bell as he's reading this.
Awesome. I planned that. This is great. This is all fucking great. You all know that I have a eclectic musical taste. Friend of the show, Tanya, posted, I listen to every genre of music. I'm polyamorous.
No.
I had to
No,
put
Tanya.
first round here.
That's kind of funny.
I tried to take peanut butter through the airport security, TSA. Sorry, no liquids, gels, or aerosols. Me. I want you to tell me which one of those you think peanut butter is.
It's a gel. Is it not a gel? It's got to be a gel.
But it's in a paste.
I don't know, man. All right. And just because it is a wholesome round and dumb, I found this thing. It's a gyroscope monorail. This monorail rides on a banana with rail. So it's a gyro, holds it in place. 1909. 1910 exhibition in London, people were offered rides on the back of this 22-ton, fuck that, 50 people at a time monorail. Just look at that.
For
Just,
our listeners, I got motion sickness looking at this thing.
isn't that
This
amazing?
thing looks like the worst idea.
Picture a trolley, like if you took a trolley and a rollerblade and they had a baby.
Oh my
The
God.
thing is, it's actually a brilliant idea. But we always think that brilliant ideas have to be good. They can be bad.
All right. This is my
Chaotic brilliant.
This is my final one. I'll hand it over to you for round 2. Friend of the show, George Cruikshank, reposted this woman saying, what's that MILF cereal with the strawberries? And the reply is Kellogg's Special K with red berries. And I just said I had to stop myself from instantly Googling MILF cereal porn. Patty said,
Yeah,
why
I don't
stop
get
it?
this joke.
It exists.
I know. And Patty's like, well, why would you stop that? And I said, because I'd probably like it. And I'm too busy with my current addictions already.
That's a weird kink to get into, though, sir.
Yeah, and I don't need any more. I can barely afford what I'm looking
Whole
at.
point of kinks. Whole point is that they're weird.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, but normal kink. This is a picture of the propeller on the Titanic. And it says, props to the Titanic on still drowning rich people after 111 years. I'm sorry, did you guys think I wasn't getting into the submersible memes? Because I was just saving them for my big, round number dookie. This is a picture of Elon Musk being helped with a helper. And it's like Elon Musk as a geriatric person. And it says, and old Elon is saying, cisgender is a slur. And the helper says, sure, Grandpa, let's get you to the bottom of the ocean. And then and an orca. Here's a picture of this. This is kind of looks like the Among Us guy. He's poking something with a stick, except what he's poking is Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. And he goes, come on, go see the Titanic. This one just says, touring the wreck of the Titanic, $250,000. Joining the wreck of the Titanic, priceless. I think this is maybe one of my favorite ones that I saw this week. It says, coming this fall. And it's a picture of the Titan submersible, except it has a spirit of Halloween. I got 3 more for this round. Trash Can Paul. Listen, not even in a submersible show can we do it without trash cans.
Sure.
Here's an ad. It's a picture of a butane. Is this butane? Propane. Propane tank.
Propane.
And it says, for $2,500, I can take you to explore the bottom of the Ohio River to see a 1989 Buick Century.
Mm-hmm.
Departure is June 30th. Book now. Trash Can says, count me in. I will say, being the redneck, with the redneck roots that I have, the first time I saw that submersible, I was like, my Uncle Larry did something similar with a propane tank.
Yeah.
He did. He's really creative with those propane tanks. Trash Can's back. It's another picture of the Titan submersible propane tank. He says, good morning. And then the caption on the picture is, imagine farting in here. And my last submersible meme for the Dookie round has a picture of a massive yacht. And it says, have you guys seen J.K. Rowling's $19.2 million yacht? And by you guys, I mean orcas.
Yeah.
And that's it for the doo-doo round. Kicking it over to you, TD.
I am glad that you kicked your doo-doo at me. And now it is time for TD's healthy, girthy, average, girthy, average, number 2.
Oh my.
Friend of the show, Jason Jesser, kicking it off. He just says fail, because here we have a picture of a electrosonic bird sonic disruptor with a bird nest built on top of it.
Nice.
Yeah, quality products. The Geeks, Nerds, and Dorks group post here, a repost from Yesha Hertora. School dress code update. Students cannot wear clothing with the name of any musician or band unless the student can name at least 3 of their songs. And then they reply in their own tweet. The 8th grader said, I thought Nirvana was a clothing brand last week, has been suspended indefinitely.
Cheers.
Oh my God, Kurt Cobain.
I support this.
Kurt Cobain would implode if he knew someone said they thought his band was a clothing line. Holy shit. Oh, that hurts. That hurts.
I'm feeling those weird chest pains again, guys. Labune, I'm gonna let you take this one, buddy.
Okay, this is coming to us from Dad Jokes. That's frenemy of the show, Dad Jokes. And he says, need to stop, but he spelled need here, like what you do when you're making pizza dough or something. And then picture of a hamster cage, the fucking hamster water bottle thing in the food in the wheel in the little house. And instead of hamsters, it's slices of bread drinking from the water or running on the wheel in the house. And it says bread in captivity. And bread is spelt like the fucking bread that you eat. And so now you've heard it. The end.
Please clap.
Oh, I hated that.
Friend of the show memes. Well, memes, thank you so much for all you do for this show. We wouldn't be here without you. It says the only way my son will take a bottle, and it's a picture of a baby bottle, but the nipple on the baby bottle has a bar going through it. It's Finn Pierce, folks. Mama's a freak.
Pierce. Mama could just be punk rock.
Yeah, I mean, it can't hurt them. It just gives you more. It gives more of a flow, I guess. Hell, I don't know.
What were you guys saying about kink and taste? I mean, you can't help what you like.
I know. All right, moving on. Friend of the show, Paul Dollar. Hey, but dude, haven't seen you in a while. Repost funny stuff here, and it says man survives a Kodiak bear attack with just a .22 pistol, and it's a picture of the big ass Kodiak bear. Then it says the friend he shot in the knee was not as lucky.
Oh.
It's like I always said, I don't have to outrun the bear. I just have to outrun you.
Nice.
Moving on. I had to double dip. Kevin Schmidt, friend of the show, El Champion, how you doing? Repost from Jeremy Hadley, and it's a picture of it just says meth head seen if this sub has a catalytic converter, and it's a picture of a guy in one of those little aqua sub scooter thingies.
Nice.
And got like the big old goofy helmet just so he can see what the fuck he's doing and breathe and shit. Yeah, they're on their way down there, guys.
Nice.
They're gonna see what they can strip off that bitch. All right, moving on. Take it to the chop shop.
Whoa.
Jason Jester, friend of the show. God, just when I thought I couldn't hate white people anymore. It says the new batch of Karens are sprouting, and it's a woman in a windrow of raked hay before it's been baled, and it's coming around, and as you get to the end of it, she's like sitting, and it's almost like a dress on her, and she's got like a little cup of tea and shit, looking very Karen-y. Very basic white bitch. I'm sorry, but I called it like I see it. And yeah, this hurts my farming soul.
I don't think we can call her basic. She's wearing a yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, extra basic.
Look,
I don't know.
When I first saw this, I thought Bugs Bunny was popping out talking about taking a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, maybe it's like this is like basic plus, the upgraded version.
Oh, what's happening here?
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in.
All right. Bye, Karen.
Bye, Karen. Jason Jester once again says, what happened? And it's a picture of a woman who might be confused with a fence post. And it says, what happens when you say LMAO too much? Because this woman got acetol syndrome. She ain't got no acetol.
Oh, my. That took a while.
I want to say she still got more ass than me. Mine's concave. I'm not going to be throwing stones on this one.
No
room to talk.
No male in my family has a rump at all, and I shouldn't be making fun of it.
I never thought about it until girls started complimenting my brother on his, and I was like, "No, mine."
Yeah, you got dipped in the Gluteus Maximus gene. All right, moving on.
He's the only one in the family. I don't know.
Friend of the show, Jason Jester, says, I should start eating salads. Me an hour later. And it's a picture of the late great Anthony Bourdain holding a burger. And it says, I'm just a cheap, nasty, low down trailer park burger slut. I feel this.
I can smell the cheeseburgers on the hibachi right now.
You know what? I've already had one bypass surgery. I'll do another. It's worth it. I don't care. All right, moving on.
America.
Fuck yeah. All right. This is the last one I got for round 2 here. Non-aesthetic things post. Some from a Reddit thread. It says, is British food really that bad? And someone commented, If made correctly, yes.
Can confirm. Accurate.
British baking is another level.
Yeah.
Their regular food leaves something. When your best condiment is malt vinegar, what's that say about your food?
Some spicy food. You guys ever had mushy peas?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
The vinegar helps.
Why would people brag about that?
But yeah, over to you, Sizemore.
This week has been, a lot of things in the ocean. The harsh mistress that is the ocean. Here we have a picture of an orca leaping out of the water, and it says, "Capsize the rich." I'm like, ooh, I like that. That's a good one. I like that. This is another one. Looks like a campaign poster. It says, "Fuck them yachts." Has an orca. It says, "Orca 2024." I'm like, you know what? Front runner in my mind right now. Front runner. I like it. This is the Bugs Bunny sarcasm meme where he's in the tux and it says, "I wish all orcas in Europe a very pleasant sinking all the boats they find." This one, I'm not quite sure what this is. I've seen it everywhere. It's just a plain black and white sort of stencily orca, and it says, "Born to sink. Ocean is a fuck. Drown them all, 2023. I am killer whale. 410,757,864,530 capsized yachts." I don't know. I just like it. Janelle Camo at Very Bad Llama passes along, "Boss, it feels like this company has become a rudderless ship. My colleague, who is secretly a boat-hating orca," and a picture of an orca going,
Do that again. Do it again.
"This company, rudderless ship. My colleague." I think that's what an orca would sound like. Oh, wait, I don't want to do this one yet. Hang on. Oh, I screwed up. This is John Duncan, who's got an FBI agent, but it's got the head of a seal. And it says, "Killer whales are not our friends." And you see that the person typing it is a seal. Pop Base reports a Titanic tourist submarine has gone missing and a rescue operation is underway. The submarine, which can hold up to 5 people, tours the wreckage of the Titanic for $250,000 per person. And then Sam Greason has a picture of an interview microphone being shoved in the face of an orca and it says, "It wasn't an iceberg. That's all I'll say." What was the queen lady in Game of Thrones? Had a big funny hat.
I don't remember her name.
Yeah.
No, she was.
Anyway,
I don't even remember the name of their.
This one's a picture of her, but it's an orca slapped over her face, and it says, "Tell the rich, I want them to know it was me."
Hey.
Yeah, let's see here. This one, you already did that one. Sorry. This one is from Adam Great Tweet, who has an orca crashing into another yacht, but he's on like the witness stand in court. And it says, "Well, I lost half a day of swimming." I don't know. I just love the idea of a courtroom scene. It was so fun. These are this is a guide to your natural pest management here. It's a 6-panel. We have a barn owl. It says, "I eat rodents." A frog says, "I eat mosquitoes." A dragonfly says, "I eat gnats." A spider, he eats flies. We have what do you call them again? A possum, eats ticks. And then we have an orca and it says, "I eat bourgeoisie yachts." Roxy Horror posts the standard checkbox that says, "I am a male, female, non-binary, ticked off orca." Interested in men, women, non-binaries, ticked off, sinking boats in Europe. Now, I'm not sure if you saw this, but there was quite a bit of static around a gentleman by the name of Jacob Stern. Jacob Stern wrote an article in The Atlantic called "Killer Whales Are Not Our Friends." But then shortly after, people turned up pictures that showed him dressed like some kind of carny from the Music Man, and it said Yale Men's Club Soccer, and maybe even his yacht club that he was in. So he's saying killer whales are not our friends, and it's like, yeah, because you probably got access to some yachts. You're biased. And then the responses were quick and furious. We had, for example, oh, for frack's sake, my life is hell. 1 second.
I want
This
to point out
article
that she
by-
said frack, which was cool.
Thanks. Adult Beef Swelling said, nice try, boat. Killer whales are not our friends. Highlighted Jacob Stern, and then highlighted as a picture of a boat. It says Stern. Nice try, boat. And then second to last, we have the 2-panel from The Office with is it Jill maybe
Suzanne
yelling, stop cheering for orcas, and her dumb boss scowling and going, you know what, I'm gonna start cheering even harder. And finally, lastly, published in the Atlantic, fuck you, Jacob Stern, by Oliver the Orca. Fuck you, Jacob Stern, and the boat you rode in on. It's been the Irreverent Orca round 2 for Facebook for the Blind. Handing it back to you.
I want to tell you guys how much I love the fact that this show does not stand The Office at all. We are not into that show. Collectively, it's just not our shit. All right, kicking off round 3, the penultimate round. TD, why don't you help me out with this one?
Okay. It says, found this weird sock under my brother's bed. And, well, it's on his foot, but it ain't a sock, folks. As for another appendage, it rhymes with sock.
Oh
That's all.
my.
This is from Lieber Queen at Cool Covenant. Anyway, she says being a crybaby is one of my top 3 personality traits, next to dumb bitch and hopeless romantic. I only have 3 more for this round because I kept having to cut memes because you guys also chose those memes this week.
Sorry.
Trash Can Paul is back. Here's a picture of the Grim Reaper who's got his hands together, and it looks like a rosary around his bony hands.
Mhm.
And his eyes are glowing red. And it says, sometimes I be farting so bad that shit ain't even funny for real. Cassie Smith with a Y says, anxiety tip: next time you cringe over some embarrassing moment you had years ago, try to remember other people's embarrassing moments. You can't, can you? That's because you're the only embarrassing human to exist, and everyone else is always thinking about how cringy you are.
Yeah.
Stop it.
And my last meme for this round, the penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most, is Paige at Peach Coffin, who says, the fact that we know chameleons exist means they are worthless idiot failures. And back to you, T.
It's said that that's not an inaccurate statement. All right, we got my round 3 here, bringing this turkey in.
Oh.
As I like to call it.
Yeah.
I'm stalling.
Good, you're good.
He calls it turkey.
Yeah.
He does that sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah. My stuff, I compared to a large flightless barnyard fowl.
I hit a turkey in the city the other day. Not kidding.
Really?
Fucking thing just flew right in front of me. Yeah. Like, well, it didn't really fly, but you know that like fluttery right above the ground.
That hover thing, yeah. They're like
Anyway.
hovercraft. Yeah. Anyway,
I'm
Jester.
fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Jason Jester. I'm glad to hear that. I really am, Levian. What will you do without you? Seriously, I don't know. All right, Jason Jester, friend of the show. Post a picture of this dude wearing a T-shirt that says, "I'm either drinking Dr. Pepper, about to drink Dr. Pepper, thinking about drinking Dr. Pepper, or pissing out kidney stones."
Oh my God.
And yes, I could not read that without doing some kind of accent. I don't even know what accent I did. All right, moving on. Jason Jester once again said, busted. Fox 2 reports that loud fart gives suspect's hiding spot away, leads to arrest. And picture of some cops and a dog looking for a guy, and apparently he busted ass, and they heard it. All right, moving on. Friend of the show, Samantha Sam Wiedemann. How you doing? Just post a picture of Miss Pac-Man. The greatest hoe in history is Miss Pac-Man. For 25 cents, that bitch swallowed balls till she died. All I can say is, where's the lie?
Okay.
I mean, that.
Okay, Samantha.
You know?
Samantha, okay.
I'll tell next time I see her, I'll tell you said that. Friend of the show and my cousin, Brad Miller, repost from, I can't really pronounce that word. Anyway, it just says, it's one of those like signs you see outside a restaurant or a liquor store, something like that with the slidey letters. It says, I'm aging like a fine banana. Brad, I feel you. I feel you, dog. So Uncle Greg, I said hi. Moving on. Matthew Quaysbarth, friend of the show, repost from How to Be a Dad. And it's a picture of a basic white dad holding a tool. And it says, science fact, it is impossible for a man to use the stud finder without first scanning himself with it and stating to the room, found one.
I've tried this. This is true.
Oh yeah, I'm only an uncle and I've done this. So yeah, like this is not a dad exclusive thingy.
All right.
That was my thought. Moving on. Dad jokes. Friend of mine, friend of me, Tillabune. Repost from Elliot Gregory says, so I'm at Walmart returning 37 pool noodles because youth ministry. And rather than explaining the whole story of why I'm a grown man returning 37 pool noodles, when asked reason for return, I just said, the shopping list said noodles, but not what kind. Boy, was my wife mad.
Stupid.
Come on.
Dumb, but I love it.
Dumb, but I love it. 217 problems. Friend of the show.
Oh, yeah.
It just says, who's got their link? Because it's a picture of a truck stopped at a stoplight of it's a big old Toyota Tundra, big truck. Nice. These are nice trucks. That license plate, you look at it, it just says OnlyFans. So I wonder how they paid for the truck.
Wow.
Who got the link?
It's a nice truck.
Yeah,
I don't drive a fast wagon,
I'm saying
nice
those
truck.
must be some fancy feet pics or something.
All right.
You do you. Friend of the show, Nate Copley. How you doing, bud? Repost from Glenn Vaughn says, you can't expect older people not to be bigoted. They're from another era. And, then it's just like, allow me to counter that bullshit with this. And it's friend of the universe, Sir Patrick Stewart. You put that Sir, put some respect on his name, sitting there looking at the camera like, what's up? And he's just got his nice rainbow socks on. I mean, come on, it's Patrick Stewart. He's best friends with Ian McKellen.
I love him, man.
Yeah, like I don't even believe in saints, but that man is a saint.
Yeah.
So that's my thought. All right, moving on. Yeah, we don't deserve him. Now, a friend of the show might be related to me. We're probably related. I've never met him. Glenn Teedy. Says Cowgirl, repost from Cowgirl Blondie, and it's a picture that's just it's a mountain, little ledge, cliff kind of overlooking this mountain. It says some inspiring bullshit about achieving goals or something. And then there's a picture of a guy standing at the edge of the cliff taking a piss.
Nice.
I've done this.
So you have no idea how bad I want to do that. I want to do that.
Oh, buddy, we'll take you to the Ozarks. You don't even have to walk too much. We can get there in a four-wheeler.
I love you. I love you, redneck bastard. Let's do it. Fucking hillbilly. Friend of the show, Andrew Teedy. I've heard of him. I posted this about a year ago, and it's a picture that's posted what my French fries see when I'm driving home, and it's a picture of a cat taking from like downward angle up to the cat's face, and the cat's paws reaching forward. That's what my French fries see when I'm driving home, because I'm eating my fries as I drive. I don't give a shit. I mean,
it's also not looking down. The cat's looking straight ahead and not down.
Yeah, yeah, like because like the cat's driving. You know, that's what I do. I'm driving. I got one hand up here, one hand reaching for the McDonald's bag. Grab a French fry, put it in face hole. Repeat process. All right, moving on. Once again, Andrew Titi, I posted this about 4 years ago. This has been your nightly service announcement, I said. And it's Walmart. You go in for cookies and pudding, and you come out questioning the fate of the human race. And this is before COVID, folks.
That's where I go when I want to feel better about myself.
Yeah, I posted this before COVID. Let that sink in. All right, moving on. Friend of the show, Stephanie Bolt. Gosh. She reposts from not necessarily Kokomo News, as that is at Kokomo Downtown District. For those of you who don't know, Kokomo, Indiana is like the shithole of shitholes. Anyway, the good old days when you had to stop and ask for directions. And it's a picture of an old pickup truck pulled over, and guys leaning forward over to the passenger seat to talk to this woman who forgot to wear pants when she left the house this morning because her underwear is going right up her butt. And yeah, he, just asking for directions from the nice working gal.
Like you
She
do.
forgot pants, but not her high heels. Didn't forget her high heels.
Yeah, nope. Yeah, she grabbed the good purse that goes with her heels, but couldn't remember a pair of fucking acid wash jeans.
Yeah, something tells me she didn't forget.
Yep.
Yeah, probably. Moving on. This is the last one I got for round 3 here. Friend of the show, Jason Jester, says, in case you were curious, and it's a picture of this puzzle that Sesame Street put out that explains opposites. Like in the background, you see a kid on a swing, kind of toward the bottom, and he's labeled low, and there's another one of them going high. When you got Bert and Ernie on the slide here, and Bert is at the bottom of the slide, you can tell this because it says the word bottom across his butt cheeks. And Ernie is at the top of the slide. You can tell this because Ernie is labeled top. In case you were curious.
Mystery solved.
Mystery solved. I that's how I always suspected it. I really did.
Guys,
because I look at Bert.
Way too much.
That's it for all I got for round 3.
Oh,
but,
that's it. Oh.
I look at Bert, and I just think of this one phrase my friend Chandler uses all the time: power bottom.
Oh, hilarious. That's funny.
All right, over to you, Sizemore. Yeah, follow power bottom.
Wow, we are to the last round. What do we call this? The penultimate round. So incredible.
It's not the last round. It's actually the second to last round.
Which
makes it the penultimate round. Yeah.
One last Orca meme here for the penultimate round. Janelle Camo says, I'm a bitch. I'm an orca sinking boats just off Majorca. I'm a sinner. I'm a whale. My sinking never fails. Good guitar.
I fucking love it.
Just like 1 year ago, this meme would have made no sense to anyone.
None. And now it's in contention for the greatest meme I've seen ever.
So here's one of the things. I just want you guys to think back to when this story first broke out. And I was like, oh, we're going to have to call this the We All Live in a Submarine meme. Because
you mean like Tuesday while we were filming last week's show?
Yeah, exactly. We're like, oh my God, it's just going to keep going. And I texted this one and it fucking made me laugh so bad. This is just the Beatles looking out the window of the yellow submarine. Hi. So the first meme that I saw that was great was Dave Chappelle's character from the Chappelle Show, the junkie, and he's got the white on his lips and he's scratching his neck and he says, y'all got any more of that hubris? Because that was spot on.
Tyrone Biggums, by the way.
Tyrone Biggums. Nice. It was getting pretty heavy duty there for a while, man. Here's Jan Brady, and she's just going, submarine. Because, man, seriously, guys, from the moment this stuff started, I mean, immediately I saw this post from the end of, I assume from the end of Titanic, with a whole
Yes.
bunch of dead people smiling and welcoming someone into heaven. I'm inferring. It says the people on that missing Titanic submarine, when they quote, wake up tomorrow. Ah, I would like to tell you boys right now that I have never seen the movie Titanic, and yet it is so permissive in our culture, that I have absorbed the entire freaking movie without seeing it. That's how much this is going on. I have never seen it. I endeavor to be the last person on the planet to never see it. I don't care. I don't care. And yet, look at that. I can tell exactly what this scene is. Ghosts looking. I understood it exactly, of course. One of the first messages I saw going out was things like Chow Long No saying, hey, take it easy on billionaires, man. They're under a lot of pressure right now.
Oh.
Sure. You know, you remember that? That was a good one. It was pretty fun. I was reminded too, I don't know if you remember this, Andy Griffith made a movie back for TV back in the, I don't know, 70s or whatever, about an ex-astronaut, a fuel expert, and a junk man who has a junkyard and builds a rocket ship out of junk and goes to the moon. Who knows what they'll do next? You guys remember this?
Nope.
Yeah, so you know, as a kid, it was great. The idea that you could just take a bunch of junk and for no money at all, you could just go far away and do dangerous crap that it took a whole lot of smart people to do. Yeah. Anyway, you know the lady with the two faces where she's frowning and then she's and it says Ginger Swindlers posted watching Titanic, paying $200,000 to recreate it. Stuff like that. Let's see here. Oh yes, and let's not forget, billionaires are good people deep down. Remember that picture of the ocean. Yeah, one of the first thumbnails I saw over there on the YouTubes was oh man, I'm drawing a blank on this dude's name again. Christopher Titus, and he's got a picture of the sub and says, "I'm the king of the world." Honestly, I liked it, and that was just from the title. Just from the title, I liked it quite a bit. Let's see here. Hey, who are these two guys? These two guys are from what's this show?
Always Sunny.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
The Always Sunny in Philadelphia guys, dressed like billionaires in tuxedos and a top hat, crying their eyes out, and says, "Whoa, did somebody get the full Titanic experience?"
Oh my gosh.
There's a picture of an old payphone at the bottom of the ocean. It says, "Ring, ring. Hello, we've been trying to reach you about your submarine's extended warranty." Let's see here. This is Dan Wicks, and it's got two groups. One says poor people and one says rich people. And then the hand shaking, and it says being underwater due to finances. That was pretty good. Yeah. Here's a picture of a bunch of Legos at the bottom of the ocean. It says Titans debris field. That was pretty good. Here's a 2-panel of Seinfeld, and it says, "I think we should go easy on these billionaires. They're under a lot of pressure." Oh, same joke. Did it twice. So sorry. You know, the present value of Logitech stock is taking a dive. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, which is too bad because here's a 2-panel. We have the Simpsons at the top, and it says the internet laughing because the submarine used a Logic F710 controller. We see the Simpsons laughing. And then we have the teddy bear who's looking at you and then looking away. It says U.S. military using Xbox 360 controllers on their military equipment that is still using Windows XP.
That's fucking real. That's like, yeah.
All right. I'm just going to keep rolling because I still have so many that you guys didn't use. This is a 2-panel that shows a guy in a real submarine labeled peer review, and then the dude in the billionaire submarine saying, "I did my own research." Let's see here. This one's from Justin Boldage, who says Titanic coming out of retirement to pad its stats like Tom Brady. This is a picture of the Titanic, and it's labeled, well, the good news is the Titanic has a new exhibit.
Oh.
God.
This one's a 2-panel over on Meme Droid, and it says, vile Titanic submarine memes show social media at its worst. And then there's a girl at the bottom crying, says, I'm so proud of the internet. This is a picture of a kid looking out of a porthole, and it says, no, you can't make fun of the Titanic sub victims. You're making a spectacle of their tragedy. And then it says, the morons who spent millions of dollars to climb into a tin can so they could make a spectacle of a tragedy. Kid.
Oh.
Yeah, no
Oh.
shit.
Yeah.
You know, I know you're rolling here, man, but
Sure.
like I saw some stuff online that made so much sense. And one of the things they were saying, it was like this indigenous guy, and he was like, look, I'm not trying to make a huge statement here. People died, and that's sad. He's like, but none of my people would exploit a burial place like those people are doing. He's like, you just know, you don't go poking around at that shit.
Yeah, a lot of people. I did see a lot of people having that take. That it was. You know, I saw a lot of
it's a burial ground. I mean, this is a burial ground, and like to exploit it, to make a spectacle of it in this way, just is in poor taste to begin with, right? Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I know. What are you going to do? We're just iterating. We're just iterating from other poorer taste. Okay. Barreling through. Professional comedian Sam Morrell, I caught his little bit. He probably had the first video out that I saw. He says, probably picked a bad time for this, but I just booked a cruise to go down and view the people trapped in the submarine. I was like, oh my God, that was a hot take right there. This one, we have a fleshlight and contrasted with the submarine. It says, what's the difference? It says nothing. They're both full of dead seamen.
No.
This is the Doge next to the whiteboard from Silly Hippie, and it says, damn, it's like, and the whiteboard says, damn, it's like maybe billionaires shouldn't disturb the mass grave of people who were too poor to be allowed on the lifeboats. I thought was pretty good. Friend of the show, Sean Landry, same take. It seems to me like the scheme of the Titanic legacy was that very wealthy souls lost their lives in a vessel I'm sure they assumed was the latest technology that would never sink. Hi, I'm Sean. I'm Sean with Titanic artwork on my living room walls. I'm literally stating the obvious. And then she goes on to talk about it's a graveyard, and yeah, maybe you should like mind it, mind your business there. Just a couple, 3 more here. Robert Schillinger posts GL DeVitorio saying the reason people are having a hard time finding sympathy for the submarine passengers is because it isn't a situation that could happen to anyone. No one is afraid of a friend or family member accidentally spending $250,000 to go to a crisscross applesauce into the USS Jigsaw. This is a picture of a soldier in World War II writing a letter. It says, my dearest Penelope, it's day 2 and the onslaught of Titanic submarine memes continues. I fear there is no end in sight. I think a sentiment that a lot of us expressed was this blue flag that says, marked safe from dying on a sub lost on the ocean floor because I'm poor. One of the friends of the show actually sent me this with a better caption. It's a picture of the owner of the company inside his sub, and it's labeled Captain Crunch.
Oh no! I don't know why that one's over the line for me, but that that one, first one of the night, that did cross the line for old Michael Levune. Second, if you count the fucking couch meme from TD earlier.
All right, second to last, Meme Droid posts this 6-panel with the Spider-Man guy. What's this guy? It's Peter Parker.
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire is
That's it.
Peter Parker, and he's talking to his buddy. What's his name? Pretty boy here.
James Falco.
James Franco.
Okay, so those are the 2 boys having a conversation. Toby says, did you hear about these idiots who went down to see a Titanic in a homemade sub and are now stuck down there? It's awesome. And Franco says, Peter, those billionaires who paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to go down there are probably dying the most panic-stricken death imaginable. And Toby says, Harry, I already said it was awesome. You don't have to sell me on the idea. And finally, this is a movie poster labeled Titanic 2 with a picture of the Logitech F710 and Stockton Rush. And it says Titanic 2, no sub on earth could get any cheaper.
Oh, God.
Because that's the moral of the story. You cheap rich bastards, pay your employees. Pay
I
us.
will tell you, weirdly, a couple things here, and then let's go into the post with most. Weirdly, James Cameron. I learned a lot about James Cameron this week. It turns out that guy's a fucking genius. He like, I had no idea. I mean, I knew he was good at making movies, but I didn't know he was like this fucking like huge celebrity in like underwater exploration, all that shit. Has been an engineer for these sort of subs, and he was like, I don't know why anybody would go in that thing. He's like, it was never gonna make it. That part was wild. But the other thing I think I want to point out that I think this show is like, we've not missed it here, but people don't often think of billionaires in the right way. They don't think of them as villains. Like they're like, what? They're like, these people were born this way. Like it's like fine, but like when you think about how much suffering exists because of their acts of omission, right? Because they're not doing the right thing. How many people die without healthcare? How many people die of hunger? How many people die of preventable diseases? How many people die of the elements from not having homes? And all of that could be fixed.
Yep.
All of it could be fixed if one fucking billionaire would do the right thing, and none of them ever fucking do. So like, yeah. Anyway, I think it's a part that people don't kind of want to think about, but it's just true. These people are like these billionaires are villains. There's no other way to see it. Moving into my post with the most this week. Picture of that lady who made the flag. I don't remember her name.
Betsy Ross?
Who is it?
Betsy Ross?
You're right.
Yeah. A picture of Betsy Ross holding the American flag, and she's talking to some like George Washington and some fucking Ben Franklin and people. And she says, how should I do the stars? And they reply, just spangle them bitches. We got caps to pop and bodies to drop.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Just spangle them bitches. That's my fucking favorite. All right, T, what's your post with the most?
Okay, my post with the most this week. It's a doozy. You really get my post with the most this week. It's a doozy. You're really gonna enjoy it. Here, I posted this picture. I just said I'm gonna leave this here. It's a picture of a belt buckle and an arrow pointing up, and the word "it's," and a swamp, and a donkey, and a picture of spice rub. So buckle up, it's swamp ass season.
Oh, not to the meme, to the swamp ass, to the swamp
Yeah,
ass
to the
season.
fact that it exists, to the fact that yes, it is swamp ass
Yeah.
season.
I looked at this and I could not figure out swamp. Oh my God.
Labune's favorite TD, my wife Mary, she's like, I don't get what this is.
Yeah.
If you don't, it's because if you just look at the trees, it's when you look at the floor and realize
when
that
you
it's
realize,
water.
the water is there and you are in a swamp.
Yeah,
Also, what was hanging up Mary is she kept wanting to say jackass and not ass.
Ass. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I would use that part of the swamp that they pan through in the Super Friends just before they get to the Hall of Doom.
Oh, there you go. Meanwhile,
There's always like a snake on a stick and some Spanish moss hanging from a tree, and then
there you
Pump
go.
and Grundy like rows the boat by. I'm sorry, I've gone into a 70s cartoon now.
That's okay.
This week has had so many submarine memes that, like, honestly, we had overflow, and I missed two important ones, so I'm very sorry, but we do have to cover this. Nat Guest posted,
Never do this one.
if I were a billionaire stuck at the bottom of the ocean, I would simply pull myself up by my own bootstraps. Which is, again, Vermin Supreme posted it right away. And also, yeah, I'm white, but I ain't. Let's get in a submarine controlled by a Super Nintendo controller and go look at the Titanic white. Very important. I made one. This was my personal post with the most. It would have come in, but it got knocked out. Tragedy plus billionaires equals comedy in no time. No time required at all. And I immediately was telling people the only question is it still punching up if they are that far down?
Oh,
Yes.
Yes, it is.
and we approve that here at Facebook for the Blind.
And finally, the ultimate, the last. Onion reports critics say submersible should have been tested with poorer passengers first. And once you see it in print, you're like, oh, yeah, it should have been. Take that, billionaires. And that has been my post with most on Facebook for the Blind for June 27, 2023. We love you. Mwah.
Love you, George. You know,
Oh,
one
yeah,
thing this
Sammy.
year, Eric.
Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.